Right, we're on. We're back by very, very unpopular demand. It's been a lot happening behind the scenes here at the When and Where Pod production office. Half the team saying, fucking, come on, let's get back on it. Lockdown, people need to hear us, we need to be a voice in the community. And half the room saying, fuck that. I really can't be arsed. The only way you'll get me back is if you pay me $10 million on a 1 million 100-part series deal. And luckily that got put in place. And here we are.
Yep. Took quite a lot of convincing to get him back.
I don't know, you talking about him.
Are we honest? Right, yeah.
You
so anyway.
called me out for that. Look, I'm here for the money. I won't.
Yeah,
I'm here for the fucking money. I'm here for the money. I needed a 1 million part deal and I got one. So
a 1 million part series.
A 1 million part series and I need 1 million per episode.
Alright, so we're going to have to get a loan out.
Well, if that's what it needs to get me back in this seat, hosting this terrible podcast, look, I'll do it. But as long as I've got 1 million in the pocket while I'm doing it, I think that is fair.
Sounds good deal.
Right, let's get into it.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
Host, aren't you?
Quick I get over it, more money I make.
So start with the fans' favourite. The first section.
Over underrated. The one where everyone turns off halfway through and we lose all our viewership. But let's go, yeah?
Yeah, so it.
The problem here, we actually haven't got anyone for.
You don't think of on the spot though, that's how it works.
No, actually, they're normally wrote down.
Yeah.
But I'll go for it.
If you've got one, go for it.
Alright, over or underrated. How it works is I say someone, he says over or underrated, or just right sometimes when he's got no opinion at all, which is actually staggeringly quite a lot. So, let's go for it. Right, over and underrated, Michael Jordan.
Oh,
It's probably already done, but in the light of the new Last Dance Netflix documentary, which engulfed the world for a good while because nothing else was happening, but it was good viewing, I think.
Yeah.
But over underrated, Michael Jordan.
Overrated.
Gone both there.
I think underrated. I'm speaking from a purely sporting basketball point of view, not as a whole package, because there's probably more famous, more marketable sportsmen in the world. But on the court, I've only, as you say, I've only basing that from that documentary. I wouldn't know much about him previous to watching that, but yeah, I'll say underrated because as an actual player, I think he was like a lot better than all the best there have been in basketball. And he always comes up in the topic of like the best sportsman ever. You always hear his name and he's like well up there. Probably not right at the top because most people outside of America wouldn't put basketball as one of the top sports. So I'm going for underrated. What about yourself?
The greatest basketball player of all time has somehow come up underrated.
Yeah, but I think he should.
You think he should be the greatest sportsman of all time?
No, I'm not saying that. I don't think he is ever considered as the greatest, but
I think
he should be one of them.
I think you did say he was in the conversation, so
Yeah,
I'm making one of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I mean, I've just slagged him off doing this, but I think he's just right. I mean, he's greatest of all time. Everyone says that. And I think he is. I mean, what would you want me to say? Somehow you put him underrated and he's already the greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time, people go like Federer or Woods or
Federer.
Pele. They don't see Michael Jordan.
Pele made up half of his goals. Playing Bulgarian farmers. Let's move swiftly on with that.
Yeah. Muhammad Ali, Michael Phelps.
Usain
Bolt,
Messi. Right, we're done with that because
yeah, well,
ludicrous.
He's not the standout. Whereas maybe
you can't be the standout greatest sportsman of all time. It's a stupid conversation to have in the first place.
To compare across sports.
Yeah, so let's just leave that one. Yeah. Over underrated, Leonardo da Vinci.
I don't know a whole lot about him. I did see the film that he made on. What was it?
The film. No, I'm talking about the one.
The second one from Dungeons and Dragons. It's Da Vinci Code. That was the film he did. I quite like that. But
Leonardo da Vinci directed. This is a hot take. Leonardo da Vinci directed the Da Vinci Code.
No. No, he didn't.
So what are you saying?
Over underrated. I don't know a lot about him.
So you like this film?
I couldn't comment. That's the only thing I know about him is that I watched that film.
He's a painter, man.
Did he paint the Sistine Chapel?
I think so.
That's Michelangelo.
He must have been involved. I think he did a lot for modern science, I think. With the anatomy of the human body.
Yeah, probably underrated. Probably gets forgotten because he's dead, long gone.
Well, I'm definitely going overrated. He's definitely not forgotten. Leonardo da Vinci, one of the greatest minds in human history.
Yeah.
Painting himself for hundreds of millions pretty much every year. But apparently, according to Yoke, he has been forgotten about, which is unfortunate in Yoke's book, but luckily the world has not forgotten about him. Yeah, I've gone overrated though because not entirely sure, but he is very highly rated. So for that fact, I'm gonna hedge my bets on he's too much rated. He's overrated.
Too much rated.
I do apologise to listeners for that because I thought we had better base history knowledge, but looks like the Da Vinci Code comment.
Right, I'll give you one. I'll give you a couple as well.
No, let's just do one more because the listeners really hate this segment and would not want to push it on any longer.
Okay, we'll try and skip over it.
I'll try and skip over the whole podcast.
So for you, over underrated, Gemma Collins.
Right.
Off Towie, but now.
I don't even know.
Big in meme culture.
The fat one.
Yeah, blonde one.
Well, I really have no idea about anything about her other than she always goes, I'm not getting involved, I'm just chilling,
yeah,
JC style or something like that.
Yeah, that's probably one of them.
She's a fat idiot, and there is no way she should be as big as she should be. Fuck that bitch. Can I say that?
No.
Fuck it, I'm here for the money. Overrated.
Monetise all you swearing.
Yes. Can't help it, I'm from the ends.
Right, okay, so into the first segment we go then. That's our 3 over.
Oh, you're not giving an opinion on
over underrated? I think she's really funny, yeah. Like some of the things she comes out with, like it gets reposted all the time because she's quite funny, big character. I'm going underrated.
That was awful, that was.
Cheers. Right, conspiracy corner. We're big on conspiracies here. Watch a lot of videos on it. Anyway, we used to.
Not anymore.
Not so much these days.
Don't we do anything these days?
No, it's hard to in this corona-ridden world. But, so, conspiracy corner. There's not many conspiracy corner off the wall, but the main one that has gone off is 5G. So I'll pass it over to you on your thoughts on the 5G conspiracy.
Oh, that's brilliant. I don't have many thoughts except from Spain turned their 5G towers off the other day and all of a sudden the deaths have dropped for corona. So I don't really know what to make of that. You could say it's linked, but then again, I don't know enough about corona deaths or 5G. So I'm uneducated on both sides of this argument, which for most people would indicate to stay out of the argument. But here at the When and Where pod, we steer straight into the unknown. And in true fashion, I'm going to pass it back over. And I'm going to give the opinion of, I don't know.
Nice one. Yeah, so it was, because it's to do radiation, I think, with the phone towers and masts moving on to the new 5G, that somehow that was linked to coronavirus. But it's probably just the timing of it was just what thought it might be linked. But I don't think there's any truth behind that. Bad conspiracy. 2 out of 10.
You give me a 2 out of 10 based on the little research you've done.
Yeah, based on that one tweet I just read.
Based on one tweet. He's based his on one tweet, and I based mine on a comment of a tweet, actually. So, do with those comments as you will.
Okay, so no more conspiracies than that.
No, we'll leave that one.
Okay, so next topic. What have we been up to?
I mean, I said we haven't been up to much, or anything, for that matter of fact.
Yeah. Yeah, not much lot to do.
No.
I'm playing quite a lot of darts, but even that's getting boring now, so there's really nothing to do at the minute, like, not a lot. Can't go anywhere with that. Okay.
I've been,
what have you been doing?
I've been playing COD. I was going for runs, that stopped. I got ill. I got the corona last week. So I was bedridden, yeah, confirmed Rona. I was fully bedridden for a good 2-3 days, but honestly, past that, you're fine. I was flying on the maybe 3rd, 4th day. Started really giving abuse on COD again. Because
big
when
troll on the internet, aren't you?
I'm a big troll on the
Especially on the
internet. Yeah, especially on the mic. And on COD, in those few days where I was ill, I was on for about maybe an hour, 2 hours, really trying to give it. But if the energy's not there and you're not sharp between the ears, you're going to get pummeled online, and rightfully so. I take advantage of people like that every day. So, you know, if you give it out, once in a while you've got to take it, and those 3 days, you know, I really took it. So.
You learned a bit of French as well, didn't you, just to help with your online abuse?
Oh yeah, je vais gêner tout maman. I will embarrass your mum.
French. Yeah.
The other ones have gone by the wayside, but
Excuse your French. Right, moving on. The Earth, I saw a few articles. The planet had been recovering the ecosystems from the lack of pollution, so there's not been hardly any flights, or travel's been limited hugely. So the Earth has started to recover. There was dolphins in the river in Venice. Blackpool Beach was looking like Marbella. But now it seems to slowly going back the other way as the holidaymakers return to the beaches and the world starts working as it once did. So that's a shame. But it shows that it can happen. If a global pandemic comes...
what if we all disappear?
Yeah, if we all get in lockdown, then the Earth can recover.
If we all get shipped off to Mars, the Earth will be alright, but until then we're going to be a parasite they can't get rid of, unfortunately. And look, I don't pretend to be any eco-warrior. I drive my diesel car. I might throw a bottle on the floor from time to time. I might kick old people in the knees. Shoot me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean by shoot you.
Put me down. Right, moving on.
Yeah.
We're not an eco-warrior, let's not pretend to.
No, we're not big on the environment. Not really. But we could get bigger.
If you see me strap myself to a tree, I'm on drugs, because I'm out of my mind. That is not a thought I'd normally have.
People do that to save trees, don't they?
Yeah, if I do that,
Lee
I'm on
Simpson's
drugs
big one of them.
and fucking tell them to get me in a straitjacket before they mow me down.
Right, make sure we can remember that. Put you in a straitjacket.
Put me in a straitjacket, I'm on drugs.
Okay. So, yeah, next topic is your poker career.
My poker career, well, it's not much of a career, it's more of the ability to stay afloat and not deposit every other day, which has really been quite amazing. Me and Jokic, we started playing poker when lockdown started, really, wasn't it? Something to do. £1.50
Past the time.
or $1.50 actually, it's not even £1.50. 6 men, turbo, poker stars, we'll see you there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I run them streets for some reason. I'm a goods for second and occasionally get first. I went back-to-back wins last night. It was insane. Joe, you love a bit of third or last.
Yeah.
Never really seems to be anything else.
My career's not really taken off as well as yours. You've not had deposits, you say. I quite often lose on the 6-man table.
You're often shoveling money into my pocket.
Yeah, you do cost me quite often.
Yeah, well, I don't know where my money goes.
Yeah, well,
I stay afloat.
on PokerStars we play, so we dominate the minimum stakes at the minute, or you are, and then maybe you can up,
Maybe we can
up
work
the
our way
ante, and
Got to get my bankroll moving first.
yeah, I'm sure the higher up you go, the
I'm
more...
on $18 at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite enough, is it?
£3.50 could be...
But yeah,
pretty
we'll move
tricky.
it up eventually. But yeah, it's going alright for someone who doesn't really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'll keep you updated if I go broke. If I go Vegas. Moving on.
Yeah, so
He's checking his Twitter here, mid-podcast.
I'm trying to get some...
Useless.
any sort of anything. Boris went from shaking hands and telling people there's nothing to worry about and we're all maybe overreacting and it'll just pass by, and he's keeping up his normal life. Only for a few weeks later he was diagnosed with corona and then spent a night on the intensive care unit. So it's a shocker there. But now he's back out and he's filling his jobs as Prime Minister as he did throughout his hospital time, just from behind the computer instead of face to face. But that was quite a journey for the Prime Minister.
I think honestly he should have stuck with his initial thought. Heard herd immunity was the way forward. If you look at the Nordic countries, they're flying ahead of us. Look at Sweden. They didn't give a fuck. Yeah. They went to herd immunity, and look at them, they're flying now. So, I don't think it's as big as everyone's saying. Look, I know old people are going to die, but old people are going to die anyway. You know, you can't shelter them for everything. The average age of corona is like above what the average age of dying is anyway. So they're on borrowed time. Average age of dying from corona is higher than the average age of dying. So they're on borrowed time, if you ask me. But look, if I was 81, but this is involved with Boris, because Boris makes the decisions on these old people dying. So, but if I was 81, look, I'd be probably swinging at you saying, "Fuck that, shut this place down. I'm not dying." But kneecap me. I'm old. You know, take me out. What am I gonna do? They're not the ones running the economy. Look, I know they did their time, and they should be respected. And look, you'd probably be saying, "Oh, but it's your granddad or grandma." You'd be fighting for them. But look, I'll be out there kneecapping them if you need me, Boris.
Yeah, well, there's enough for Prime Minister. If he thinks the old generation need kneecapping, he knows where to come.
I'm going around bowling greens throughout the country, kneecapping the oldest members. I'm really making a stance. Just how it should be. But and also another comment on the intensive care unit for a day. No one who needs intensive care unit goes in for a day. If you need intensive care, you're in there for a week. It was bollocks. It was a fake story to make people scared of the Rona to stay inside their houses.
Maybe. That could have happened, yeah.
Oh, it's fact.
Yeah, he probably got prioritised more than the other.
He probably had a little cough. Oh, I'll get boys in the intensive care unit, get the press on it, release that, then everyone's shit scared. Like, oh, sloppy BJ's in the intensive care unit. What are we doing now? And everyone's shit scared. Like, oh, might as well stay in then.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted anyway. He locked the shit down. Look at us now. We can't get out. Can't open anything back up. He's crippled the economy and he's crippled himself.
Yeah. I saw the Northwest, which is where we reside, is the highest R number, which we just discovered the other week after the Boris announcement. We're up at 1.1 apparently, which is like the highest in the world.
Well, you could only go
Not
to
in the world,
one.
in England. No, we were at 3. Like in middle of April when it was at its worst and we were in like full lockdown. It was up at like 2.5, 3.
Well, if anyone can explain to me how it goes up above 1, I'd love to know, because
It's about the amount of people you infect. So like one person is infecting 1.1 people, or one person is infecting 3.5 people. And obviously if it's above 1, then it's on the rise, but if it's below 1, then it's on the decline.
well, look, I got Rona. I don't think I've infected anyone.
Yeah, that's quite a small sample size, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah, but if politics isn't personal, what is it?
What'd you say?
If politics isn't personal, what is it? There you go.
Yeah. Northwest. Probably because there's so many cities, like around the world, around England, cities are more spread out, whereas Northwest you got Liverpool, Manchester, Frodsham and Chelsea.
Yeah, numbers don't lie, bitches do.
So the next topic is, you had a 48-hour exam.
Yes, I did have a 40-hour exam.
Sounds the worst.
Yeah, that was my macroeconomics exam. I was in there for 48 hours, obviously not in the exam hall because Boris shut that shit down pretty quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was given out online. They give you the questions. It was sort of just a two-day assignment sort of thing. They'd give you the questions, you do them, you submit them back. But yeah, I was blang bang. I was in there for 2 days, really slugging it out, and by the end of it, I couldn't even see.
Yeah, I can imagine that was a long slobbing off. Did you get much sleep in the middle, or did you just dedicate all your time to the answers?
I just went straight through, I think.
Yeah, I can see why you do that. More time you spent on the answers,
more time staring at it, you might understand it eventually.
Yeah, you might unlock it. 40-hour
Yeah.
exam. I had a few 3 or 4 hour ones in the past, but a 48-hour, that's...
40 hours insane, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a long one.
Yeah, so I reckon I failed it, but no, I did well.
Yeah.
We'll keep you posted with those results.
Just last thing you've got now is any other business. AOB for short, if you will.
The actual thing said any of business, but yeah, well that's like any other business. Pokemon Go community's been strong in the areas where we live, which I'm not going to give out because I think we might get a bit of backlash for this episode. But yeah, no, it's great to see people ignoring the stay-at-home advice and getting out there, playing Pokemon Go, taking over gyms, really bringing the energy on the streets when they really need them. Around my house, there's been a lot of various creatures, you might say. Pikachu, Seedots. I got a shiny Seedot the other day. I loved it. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe my luck because it wasn't meant to be out. I was like, it's Corona. But he came round and, he's mine. He was mine for the night. I think he might have been traded out now, might have been transferred out, but short stay's a good stay.
Pokemon Go, yeah. I had a good stint for a year and a half ago where it first was launched.
I think we're both a bit too old for Pokemon Go.
I was a big player on the Game Boy, but I didn't massively get into Go. I'm level 13 saying that, so probably better than the average out there.
I'm level 28.
That's good, yeah.
It's a bit embarrassing, really.
Twice as good as me and more.
But, look, I can't hide my love. If you love something, show it.
Yeah, show it.
Numbers lie, bitches don't.
Yeah.
That's a fact. No way.
New government message now, stay alert.
You got to stay alert. You really got to stay alert these days.
Stay on your toes, I think. If you're not caught on your heels...
Look, if you have not got your eyes open and your ears open, what are you even doing? You got to stay sharp between the ears. You got to switch on.
Strong in the arm, thick in the head.
But you never know when a revolution's going to arise in these times because people they're anxious to get out, and the 1 minute one thing drops. So if Boris gets like decapitated and his head's put on a stick outside Parliament, the world might crumble. Like, look at the US at the moment. The Black Lives Matter protests, looting. The world is in meltdown.
Yeah, a lot of protests and riots, so...
Yeah, we would like to say as a brand, we fully support the protests. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
There's nothing that needs more to be said than that, is there? Black Lives Matter. And if anyone can't see that, get kneecapped.
Yeah, any other business before we knock it off? How long are we on?
It's only been 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
We used to do an hour easy.
Yeah, well, that's when there's a lot more news going on.
Yeah, that is true.
Not much happening.
Yeah, but then again, we didn't even watch the news back then.
True.
We really had no idea what was going on back then.
Yeah.
We used to fill it with conspiracy mumbo jumbo that neither me or the listeners really understood.
Yeah.
And this is why I was against bringing back the podcast, but, they got me back with a multi-million deal. So every time a podcast goes out, just know my pockets have been well lined, otherwise I would not be here. And it will be on the 2:30 at Kempton, so look, it's no loss to the industry. I'm feeding it straight back. Keeping it pumping round, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to pump them legs straight. What else we got then?
It's a super moon today. I thought there was a strawberry moon or something. Go on Lad Bible. Lad Bible, what a reliable news source. It's something to do with a strawberry moon. Something
just
today.
Quite over bright.
Yeah.
Shining through the tree up there.
It's definitely a full moon, but I'm not sure about a strawberry one. Now that could be complete myth.
Strawberry moon, here we go.
We found it.
Yeah.
It's a fact. Twitter says so.
Just loading on 4G.
Yeah, it won't load.
Yeah, I thought it was quite bright. I think it's just the fact that it's bright.
Oh, it's got to be something to do with strawberry.
Named because the relatively short season for harvesting strawberries comes each year during the month of June. Oh, maybe because it's red. The strawberry moon of June. Named because the relatively short season for harvesting strawberries.
Oh, he said that.
I think it's just because it's
got a red tinge. That looks insane. That, nowhere near what we're looking at now.
Yeah, the pictures we're showing shows the moon to be
That's not
red,
real.
where in fact the real moon is...
It's a moon. I mean, it's yellow.
It's just normal.
White, yellow, not pink.
Yeah, maybe if you had red sunglasses on
or red lens on your camera.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Twitter's doing. But what else are we doing? Well, we've got to try and fill our time with the lockdown being on, and currently, what have I been doing? I've been going for runs. Well, not recently. I might go for one tonight. But apart from that, nothing really. How are you doing, listeners? Put it down in the comments. Has this helped you? Do you want us to never record again? Do you think we're a pair of idiots?
Yeah. Oh, we're going massive all the way to the top.
We do think we're going all the way to... Well, I mean, I'm already getting 1 million, so...
You're going to stick with us through thick and thin, otherwise you won't be there for when we get rich.
Yeah. If you are one of the day one listeners, I think this podcast will eventually just turn into in-jokes that only me, you, and Yoke get. So...
Could do.
You'll be the only one who actually gets the podcast at that point where it's just in-joke after in-joke of early episodes.
In the future.
So study these episodes because they will be remembered through history as we regurgitate them for millions of views and millions of pounds. Hopefully.
I'm still doing a podcast. By the waste of time.
Not our podcast though. I mean, I don't really care. I'm just here to get paid.
Even the best one, I'd listen to it probably once throughout.
Yeah, but do we want to talk about your? Do we want to talk about your attention span? This man cannot watch anything.
Yeah.
For more than at least
really, really
5 minutes.
Doesn't really grab my attention.
It cannot be concentrated on anything, can it?
No, I need to have another thing going on. On my phone or do something else. So.
He's never actually doing one thing, and he's never actually just
make sure you don't do anything well.
He's never doing
a lot of things badly.
He's never doing anything. He's just sort of going round and round and round and doing random things.
Yeah. Might have to knock it on the head there then. As in the podcast for now.
He's lost interest already, look.
I've not lost interest, I'll be back for more episodes, but for this one, we've run out of topics and time.
We've run out of time, have we? Oh, he hasn't got time for the podcast. What a shock. What a shock. He begs for it. Yeah. I say no. He pays me, and now he can't have time.
I can't pay a double
This is
rate,
typical.
I can't pay overtime.
I don't get paid for that bad hour. I get paid $1 million per episode, and how long it is, I don't care. Right, we're wrapping it up then. I would say like and subscribe. I don't really care. I'm getting paid anyway.
Right. Okay, so just like and subscribe. Dislike and diss track.
Yeah, diss trackers. We want to see that. I'd really abuse in the comments. Anything good I can regurgitate on COD. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Anything to...
Comments you can use for your trolling purposes.
Yeah, I love trolling.
Yeah, so yeah.
But yeah, I'm just here to get paid, so...
Yeah, you're doing
fuck it.
Job. Nice one. Save the money.
That'll wrap it up. See you in a bit.
Nice one.
All the best.